Hello and welcome to a video about sewing on the beard for Not Just Another Gnome. Before we start, I just want to mention that the beard is extremely attractive on the wrong side, and it was really hard for me to decide which way looked better. So if you like this way that implies a very curly beard better, then I am hereby authorizing you to be the boss of your own Gnathan. All right, so first things first, you want to make sure that you are putting it on the right side. If your gnome has no problems with any of the fabric, any of the way it looks, then you don't have to worry. But if you ended up with a few blippy bits down here where it will be visible, then you'd want to put it on the other side. A quick note, we blocked the gnome except for the bottom. If the way that the bottom is looking bothers you, just hit it with a bit of steam from a steam iron and it will be fine. But we also stand Gnathan on his bottom, so it's not a big deal. Now we have this nice long, very visual center stitch in the beard, and we want to line that up with this single rib right here in the middle of the hat. We did knit 2 purl 2s except for right here because there was an odd number of stitches right there, and so we got that, and it also happens to line up really well with this. So we're going to flip the brim up for now. We'll get our yarn needle, thread the yarn onto the yarn needle, and then we need to, as I said, we need to line it up. When the beard is, or when the brim is flipped up, there will be a single purl as the center there. So that lines up. And now what I do is I come over here to the corner. Every time I block this beard, it's still a little bit triangular, but we can fix that really easily with sewing on. Hold your thumb there, or maybe pin it, or use a removable stitch marker. Then pull this up and flat. I go into the body and through the corner of the beard. And I always do that at least twice. I like to give the corners a really good solid foundation firming. And then what I like to do is go sort of in and up and in and up, skipping a stitch as I go. So I will go, there's the line of the ones that we purled here. So this, I mean, it's all going to be covered up anyways, but go in, skip a stitch, making sure to catch the body as I go. Can be a little tricky, as you can tell. One of the nice things about this yarn needle, I don't know if you've noticed, but it does have a little flick up, so that does make it a little easier to go in, catch something, and come up without what you've caught slipping off. Then I just want to stop. I want to make sure that I end up with this corner and this corner about the same distance. So I'm just going to grab this, kind of put it in about the same spot, secure it with my thumb. And then, as I said, I like to do each corner at least twice, more often if it will be for a child. So that's one. Going to go through it again. And then I'm going to knot it off, which I am going to do underneath. So I'm going to travel along, skimming through some of the plies here, just to give myself a little extra room to maneuver. I'm going to go through that again, create a loop, go through the loop twice, which will create a knot. Snug that down with my nail, and I'm going to plunge the needle straight through Gnathan. Come out on the other side, grab my scissors, pull that taut fairly close, I snip it, and it will disappear inside. So that is sewing on the beard for Gnathan. I hope that helps. We'll meet you for the next finishing tutorial.